Hello everybody and welcome to my channel. My name is Hayley and I'll be using this channel to talk about menstrual cycles, cycle charting, eco-friendly advice and just general trying to live a more natural lifestyle, which is what I am trying to do this year as well. So this video is going to be talking about New Year's resolutions and specifically how to stick to them. So let's get straight into it. So there's two reasons why I will be making this video today. Number one is because I have a New Year's resolution this year, which is to create this channel and to live a more natural lifestyle. So I'm going to try to reduce my plastic intake, my dairy and meat consumption, and just try and live a more intentional, natural lifestyle. I'm going to be trying to document my journey for this channel and talk about other things that hopefully will help you on your journey as well. And also I have recently discovered that less than 10% of people actually stick to their New Year's resolution. So I thought this would be a perfect video to give advice on those people who might be wavering during the mid-January peak, end of January, thinking about whether to continue or just give up or whatever. So I'm hoping this video will help those kinds of people to get to their goal at the end of 2021. Tip number one is to make your goal achievable, which sounds pretty obvious, but a lot of people do unrealistic goals which they're never going to actually achieve. So number one is to make it achievable. So if you are aiming to, say, lose 5 stone in general this year, you should aim to maybe have 1 or 2 stone just to make it a bit more achievable. And then obviously if it's more, then brilliant. If it's less, then you can just keep working at it. So that's tip number one. Tip number two is my favourite tip, which is to make your New Year's resolution the method and not your goal. That means if for 2021 you would like to save money and spend less, then your resolution should not be to save money or spend less. It should be to stop buying coffees on a Friday, or it should be stop eating out or something like that. So complying with your New Year's resolution of not spending too much money will result in you saving money at the end of the year. Tip number three is to concentrate on one goal at a time. So I know lots of people write a whole list of things that they want to accomplish or improve in their life in 2021, but you should just concentrate on one goal at a time. Think of that goal, plan it, do it, smash it, and then move on to the next one. Tip number four is to make your New Year's resolution into smaller goals throughout the year. So for example, if you wanted to get to a 10k by the end of 2021, what you should do is each month set yourself a small goal. So January be run 1 mile, May can be run a 5k, and then throughout the year you'll get to your goal of 10k by December. Tip number five is, if you are following my last tip and make it into smaller goals, then tip number five, be reward yourself after you've hit those goals. So once you've done a mile in January, then treat yourself to something that you like. So like a bubble bath or a pamper night, takeaway, or like that piece of jewellery that you like. Something small that will help you motivate yourself for the rest of the year to hopefully get you to your end goal by 2021 in December. Tip number six is to tell other people about your goals. So if you live with somebody or if you have a close family or friend, tell them what your intention is for this year, and then they will keep you accountable throughout the year. So for example, if your New Year's resolution is to stop having takeaways, and then on a Friday night you say to your partner, your friend, oh, I really fancy a takeaway, then they'll remind you, wasn't your New Year's resolution to not have takeaways? And then they will tell you and remind you, and then you think, actually, no, you're right, I'll pass on this week. Tip number seven is to make your goals flexible. So for example, if your New Year's resolution is to start out knitting and then you decide, actually, I've knitted a while now for a few weeks and I really don't enjoy it, instead of keeping going with the knitting which you really don't enjoy, then you change it to something else. For example, if you did choose knitting, then move on to crocheting or embroidery or something like that, so you can keep it flexible. You don't have to be structured and rigid with your resolutions. Tip number 8 is to be kind to yourself. So if you do mess up and, for example, your resolution is to start eating healthily, and then you have a weekend binge of chicken and chocolate and all that stuff, then you don't have to quit and then wait till next year. You just continue, you just get back on it, acknowledge what you've done, and then get back on it and continue for the rest of the year, which that can apply to everything. So if you're trying to be vegan and plastic free and eating healthily, and then you end up having McDonald's, then that's absolutely fine. You've done it, now you know how it feels once you've done it, and then you just move on and continue how you want to live for the rest of the year. And you're going to have messes up, you're going to mess up throughout the year. You're not going to be 100% 100% of the time, and that's absolutely fine. So this tip is all about just being kind to yourself and stop beating yourself up about that. So I'd be really interested to know what your New Year's resolutions are, whether you're still sticking to them or if you've fallen off already or you're falling off and you've gone back on it. I'd really like to know, so just comment below, let me know. If you enjoyed this video, then please like and subscribe. More things will be coming soon. So thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. See ya.